The names of well-known products come from surprising sources. The story of one of those cases begins with the birth of Lunsford Richardson on a farm near Selma, North Carolina, 3 days before the end of 1854. He grew up and graduated from Davidson College and graduated with highest honors in Latin. He was all of 20 at the time. For a while, he was a teacher at the Little River Academy and along the way married Mary Lynn Smith. The couple had 5 children, 2 sons and 3 daughters. Lunsford left his teaching job and he bought a drugstore in Selma where he came up with a new over-the-counter mixture sold to soothe croupy babies initially. His product enjoyed modest success, so he eventually sold the store in Selma. He bought a bigger one in Greensboro, North Carolina. As an elder in the First Presbyterian Church, he was described in a 1919 newspaper editorial as somebody who never passed anyone on the street, young or old, black or white, without a nod and a smile. He also worked to better the welfare of African Americans. In fact, L. Richardson Memorial Hospital, originally built to serve the black community, was named after him after he made a sizable donation to modernize the place. That product he had come up with initially was called Richardson's Croup and Pneumonia Cure Salve. Lunsford created it because customers had told him the Ben Gay he was already selling as a treatment for arthritis, gout, and neuralgia also seemed to clear up their sinuses. Ben Gay, you see, had been developed by a French pharmacist using menthol, which at that time was a new and little-known drug from Japan. What Lunsford came up with was a mix of menthol, petroleum jelly, and some other aromatics. And it was around this time he came up with that shorter, easy-to-remember name for his mixture. We'll have a little more about that shortly. Things were going so well for him, he sold the drugstore in 1898. He founded Richardson Wholesale Drug Company. And their outfit's product line eventually grew to 21 items before he sold the firm to someone else in 1905. But he kept the rights to the 21 products and then founded a new company, which later, by the way, became Richardson Merrill Incorporated. That original Lunsford product was sold to Procter & Gamble in 1985 and now was simply known as Vicks. But why is it called Vicks? Turns out there are a couple of reasons. For one, as he was mulling over how best to name the stuff, he saw an ad for Vicks Seeds, the name spelled with an apostrophe. Second, he had been allowed to use the lab space of his brother-in-law, a family doctor, and that doctor's last name was Vick. And so Vicks Vapo Rub lives on, having a history from long before aromatherapy had become the buzzword that it is today.